I think everybody's ready to see some more in the way of sunshine. We get a big boost of energy with the sun, even if it is a little chilly. We're going to go back and forth as we head through the week. Clear skies out there now. That's going to continue. Temperatures fading back into the 30s as we pass the midnight hour, and that's going to set us up for another frosty start tomorrow. Frost advisories, freeze warnings in place. If you really have beautiful plants and you're really worried about them, cover them up. If you're like me, go with God and good luck. I'll get you on the other side. We really are typical. We typically have frost this late in the year, and even killing freezes are a possibility into May. So this is nothing that is terribly abnormal. It's more of a statistical thing as far as those frost and freezes go. But the temperatures are currently well above freezing. We're sitting in the upper 40s and 50s now, 57 in tropical Dover. Notice that all of our little wind flow, the wind streams here, the streamlines, are flowing out. They're emanating from a singular point. That's a sign of high pressure. That's why we have the clear skies. That's why we have relatively light winds, and that calm, cool, clear night is what sets us up for the frost tomorrow morning. The clouds moved out. Boy, it was nice to see that blue overhead, and we're going to continue to see blue for the start of the day tomorrow. But tomorrow afternoon, more and more clouds will begin to fill in, and tomorrow night, and especially into Friday, we get into a whole nother hot mess of periods of rain coming in, and that's going to stick with us as we head through the next several days, all the way into the early to mid part of next week. It's this storm system to the south that will be a reinforcing shot to that upper level low that is sitting over New England. This is the one we've been talking about already for several days. We're going to keep talking about it. You can see this batch of cold air that is sitting just north of the nation's border. That will, as I mentioned, get reinforced. That next shot of energy comes in. And while we do see the temperatures warming up over the next couple of days, the problem is it's almost like that upper level low is just breathing in, and then next week it's going to come right back at us. And the reason is the upper level pattern, the entire northern hemisphere, honestly, it's a little jacked up right now. We like to see symmetry, okay? We talk about the polar vortex and all that, right? You know the polar vortex. We associate that with crazy cold in the winter. Well, the polar vortex is year-round. It doesn't go away, and every now and then it gets a little lopsided, and these lobes of cool air begin to move farther to the south. That's what we're dealing with now. So you can kind of see where the purples are here. This is the coldest air in the northern hemisphere, and notice how it's all kind of stretched out. It's not circular. So the North Pole sits right about here, and we would like to see this purple nice and symmetrical around that. It definitely is not. This is a sign that these cold punches will continue to come. It's not going to be backing off anytime soon. In the meantime, here's your National Designer hour-by-hour forecast. We have clear skies tonight. Coldest temperatures will be just before dawn tomorrow morning, so once again we're looking at right about freezing. We will have some areas in the upper 20s, but the good news is that sun in the morning and a building southeasterly wind will help to propel us towards 60 degrees by the time we hit noon, and it's not until later in the afternoon and the evening that the clouds really start to come at us. And look at some of these temperatures farther south. Folks in tropical Dover, how's mid-60s sound? Not too shabby. All of us should make it toward the 60-degree mark tomorrow. The Union Home Mortgage forecast locks us into the 60s as the rain moves in. There's that next batch of cold air. It arrives on Monday, but hopefully beyond that, we'll finally start to see a little bit more symmetry taking place in the upper parts of the atmosphere up by the North Pole, and that will allow spring to really take hold. Fingers crossed.